Hello everyone and welcome to another Customer Service Champions training video. Today I'm going to be sharing with you the 5 ways to delight your customers and clients. My name is Tal Schnell. I'm your customer service coach, mentor, and speaker. And please connect with me because I want to know more about how I can add value to your business as you try to scale up your customer relations every day. Today I thought about a great topic, and that's how to delight your customers. And I can tell you that there are so many experiences that I've had in the hospitality field that those little moments create big moments for your customers, and they become delightful moments and experiences for your customers. So if you're a business owner, entrepreneur, and an executive in your company, a lot of times people are asking, well, what can we do to not only maintain or cultivate our relationships with our current customers, but how do we add value to those relationships, and how do we add value to those experiences? Because what customers today are buying, they're buying experiences. Your product may be the same as your competitor's product, but what's going to make the difference is the experience your customer or client gets in every interaction that they are with your business. So you may be a solopreneur that's going out there and creating a business and really trying to create a pipeline for yourself to really elevate that to the next level. But I can tell you that customer service is the game changer in business today. And one of the main reasons is because businesses, owners, and entrepreneurs understanding that in order to go from point A to point Z, there's got to be something that is worthwhile and an experience that creates a positive, lasting memory. Many people have their own definition of what customer or client delight is, and we always talk about how to wow our customers, but there are many definitions out there. I want you to definition of what a customer delight looks like for my business. Ask the question and figure out how do I want. When Disney created, I want to share with you, when Disney thought about Disney World and they thought about the customer experiences, their guests, they're called their customers, their guests. What they were thinking about is, what is the ultimate delightful experience that our guests can have? And so there are a couple of components into that. What they did is they thought about the moment you walked into Disney World, what was that experience for you as a customer? What was that experience? And then all the way through being a customer or guest in their park, in their theme park, what was that like in every single touch point to where you're going to walk away delighted and wowed from that experience? And they were honing in on that on each and every step, because they did not want to create just an average experience. And that's what I wanted to share with you in this video, is that you really need to be thinking about, why do customers want to buy from me today? Do they want to buy an average experience, or they want to buy a delightful experience that's really gonna be raving about you? And there's so many tools today for customers to go out there and either rave about you or speak negatively about you out there. So I want you to think about, what does that delightful experience looks like for your business, or even for yourself, and as you're leading a customer service team, what do I want them to focus on? So let's dive in, and let me share with you 5 ways to delight your customers. This is a great value to you, because I think that once you practice this every day, it can really fall into place, and you can share this with your team. You can mentor people to use those 5 ways. I know that I've learned about them from the hotel business, where hotels, if you think about hotels, there are so many hotels, but what creates those memorable experiences? And you can probably share several of those experiences if you were a hotel guest, and there's always that one hotel that creates this memorable experience for you, and you just can't wait to share that with your friends or family, or talk about it, because someone really did something unexpected that really, in a positive way, surprised you. And that's what I call delightful moments, is unexpected, a positive surprise that you would take to rave about with many colleagues and friends and family. So let's dive in. First, the number one thing you need to do in order to set the tone for the delightful experience is, I know many people thinking about, well, I really need to connect with my customers and I really need to engage with them, which is one way to do this. But number one is really find out what's unique about your customer in a way that's very, very different to them, is get to know them on a personal level and emotional level, that once you have that piece of information, you can create more positive experiences for them. And here's what I'm saying. In the hotel business, what we try to do is to learn about that customer likes, dislikes, and what's going to really surprise them and unexpectedly, maybe it could be an amenity in their room or their favorite drink or their favorite food. I can tell you yesterday there was a gentleman that I was engaging with, and he was looking for some great places to in town that has that a dining experience that were not just the ordinary, but something that's unique to our Dallas area. And so we had a really great conversation. What I did there is that I learned more about him and his preferences and what his likes and dislikes, what kind of a dining experience he would like to have in the Dallas area. And also, when he came back, I invited him to have a drink with us, have an appetizers here in our restaurant, and just creating that memorable experience. Did he expect that? Probably not, because it was a delightful experience. And what I did there is that I connected with him beyond just the transaction. I connected with him because I wanted to learn more about him, and I wanted to learn about his uniqueness and what's going to be personal for him. So number one is about personalization, if you will, and unique experiences that exceeds that customer and they don't expect it, but it's about learning about that customer in a unique way. So that's number one. Number two, listen and anticipate their needs. One of the things that is really missing in today's customer service industries is that they are not a step above, they're a step behind. And what's going to happen is that that customer feels like they don't take the time to learn what I want, they don't take the time to anticipate my needs, and so everything kind of falls apart. Now, as a customer service operator or business, the best thing you can do for your clients is to anticipate their needs. And how do you do that? That's always the question, right? What I do, and I think this is something that you can use in your business, is to create some sort of a feedback tool. What I mean by that is a feedback tool is to learn. Some people do assessments, some people do some people have recorded conversations, some people have video conversations, and they trying to learn and anticipate what's the next thing for their clients, which is a great way. What you want to do is collect that information about your customers, learn as much as you can, and learn how to anticipate what they're going to be needing, maybe for the next meeting, maybe for the next appointment, whatever that is for you. You really want to anticipate that, and it's all about preparation. The more you prepared you are, the better you can anticipate them. But it kind of goes back to that step number one, learning about their needs, and that way you can anticipate it for the next time. So that's number two, listen and exceed those and anticipate those needs for your customers. Number three is surprise with an unexpected positive experience. Now, this goes back to some of the things I shared early on about creating that Disney experience, creating that, maybe you go to an Apple store and you were just really, it's an experience that it's unique. It's not average. It's not something that you can say, well, they've done this before and here they're doing it again. It's an experience that goes above and beyond. It's something that you are going to be tweeting about. That's how amazing it is. And so I can think of many experiences that what we try to do, especially for people who stay at our hotel, they have anniversaries and special moments. This past weekend, we had several families that were celebrating their kids' birthdays. So that's an opportunity. We learned about what kind of experience they want in our hotel, and we turned it around to create a wow, unexpected positive experience. We came up with several gifts. We wanted to create an experience for them. They really love our indoor pool at the hotel. We connected with our kids, and we thought about really putting some things in their room to surprise and delight them in a way that's really memorable for them. So that's an example, but again, you can use that in your own business about how do I go above and beyond? How do I create this surprise for them so they can really be wowed and take that moment and share that and go back and thinking about, wow, this is really amazing. I really want to come back here and have that same experience. So that's a great example for you. Number 4 is following up. I think that when we are in your relationships, what most people don't do is they don't follow up with their customer. They take a lot of things for granted, and they assume a lot of different things. But in order for you to be successful in the customer relationships, and again, it's all about delight. So what they don't expect of you to do, maybe possibly, is for you to take that extra step and follow up on their concerns and follow up on their needs. There may be some new things that you needed to learn about them, and great ways to connect the dots for them, and always be thinking a step ahead is what kind of an experience do we want to create for them. So we're not just anticipation, but maybe there's something that they wanted you to follow up on, and you really need to own it and take care of that for them. So follow up is important no matter what relationships, no matter what customer relationships you have. If you don't follow up, that means they can't trust you. And that's what it goes back to, is how do we create an experience that our customers can trust us? And there's a proper follow-up process there that can really make it a better experience for them. All right, so let's talk about the last one, which is number 5. Is always think about how to add a value into that experience. Okay, now in different industries it may be different things for you and maybe different things for me, but again, what customers are buying today, they're buying the +1 experience. They're buying the added value experience. If you're not doing that and you're just becoming average, then guess what? The next customer goes to where there's a +1 experience. There's a +1 added one, if you want to call it, whatever that is. And so brainstorm with your team today. Take the time to sit with your senior leadership team in your organization and be thinking about, what does that +1 experience looks for our customers? What does that look like for them? How do we go about creating that for them? And then just map out that process. Because if you do, you become very intentional in that experience. You become very thoughtful because you do want to set yourself apart from the competition. So that is number 5, but it's probably the most important one to think about. It's all about value. What customers are looking for today is the added value, and there are many opportunities for your business to create that added value. When you do, you're going to feel it in so many new relationships, because people would recommend you and people want to do business with you and cultivate those relationships when there's added value. Think about your own personal experience as a customer. What do you go back to? One of the things that I'll close with this example is that companies, big companies, and I'm talking about the Walmarts of the world, the Amazon of the world, one of the things that I listened to recently was about how these CEOs are in a competitive battleground for retail. But one of the things that I overly heard more and more about, what is that battleground? What are we fighting on? It was about the customer focus. And so if you're thinking about companies like Amazon or Walmart, the big companies that are very successful, what they're kept mentioning, what I heard they were mentioning is customer focus. This company has a customer focus. So how do you create the customer focus? It's creating delightful moments. And I hope that you can share those 5 practices with your team and your business, because if the big companies want to focus on their customer and delight that customer and creating that experience, then this is for you. And I hope that I hope that I added value to you today with this video. And connect with me. I love to learn more about your business and how do you want to add value to your customers, because truly your value of your business is going to grow when your relationships are growing, those customer relationships are growing each and every day. So thank you so much for tuning in. My name is Tal Chanel. I'm your customer service coach and speaker. Connect with me today. I'd love to learn more about your needs and anticipate them in every way. Take care.